What's going on, guys? Scopamart TV here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction to Big Sean elaborating on why pleasing everyone never works out. Let's take a look at the clip, come back with our 2 cents. I got a lot to say about this one, by the way. Definitely.
The business of trying to please everybody else is a business you'll never be successful at.
Period. I mean, you could try it. Maybe you could be the first one to crack it. I don't want to tell you anything you can't do, but from experience and from a lot of the people that I've been able to experience and been in the presence of, it never works out that way. So really just take care of you first. Everything else is a byproduct of that.
The business.
There you have it. Take care of yourself first. Everything else is a byproduct. We're going to talk about life. And then we're also going to talk about music, because I have to relate the music and the life all in one. Now, let's talk about life. Growing up, for me, one of the challenges that I had to overcome was being able to tell people no, right? Being able to tell people no is such a strong point in your life where you start to determine how important you are to yourself. I was the kind of friend that would be getting calls at 1 a.m. in the morning. Yo, let's go out to the club, man. Let's go out. And I would get ready, get in my car, go and pick up these friends, drive them to the club, buy alcohol, drive them back home to their houses, drive home tipsy. And this happened for a few years, multiple times, on multiple occasions, before I start to realize that I am literally paying people to be my friend. Same thing with money. I usually would lend people money, expecting that they would be able to, give me back my funds, reciprocate my funds or whatever, do a favor for me or something in return if they can't pay me back. Never the case. So I was trying to please the crowd. Trying to please people will literally put you in a sad mental state. They say trying to please people put you in an early grave. It could be possible, because trust me, when you say yes to everyone, I don't know if y'all ever watched the movie Bruce Almighty, but when you say yes to everyone, you're ultimately leading yourself to your own destruction, right? Your own destruction. And we are so conditioned from people around us, because from when we're young, right, you'll have older siblings or family member that you look up to all these years, and they have trained you to say, oh, remember I used to do this for you when you're younger. Remember I used to do this for you. And there has been this guilt that you have to try and please these people just to be, quote unquote, a good person in their eyes. But when you start to realize that you were never a baby that got up one day and said, okay, I want to be born, I want to be in your family. You didn't get to pick your family. You didn't get to pick who brought you into this world. So those people that are around you, your first set of people, which is your mainly family and close friends, most of the time it's proximity while you're friends with them. And for years you will be guilted into trying to please them. And what it will end up doing, you will start to have resentment towards them, because you know that you are being treated unfairly and you're being used. Now, let's relate this to the music. Before I started doing my own production, I was making music to please people. I would talk about the club, I would talk about weed, I would talk about, certain things I just don't do in my everyday life. And at one point I started to be like, you know what? I don't even believe myself anymore. But I was trying to please the crowd. And once I start to remove myself from that and I start to make music that is true to me, everything started to sound better. But you have some people that was trying to convince me that, hey, maybe you should sing about this, maybe you should sing about that. That was not me. and it got conflicted where I had to separate myself from certain people that would want me to talk about topics that have nothing to do with my life, right? And that goes back to the pleasing of people. In your life, once you start to do things for yourself, the people that are supposed to be in your presence will find their way to you, right? That's why I've never gotten the idea. I've never been privy to the idea that you need to go and pick certain people to be in your circle. Those people are going to find you based on what you do and how you conduct yourself. You have certain people that fake their way into certain circles. I do not believe in that. I believe in doing for myself first, and then I see where life takes me. But I do not believe in chasing people down, faking a character to get a handout, because then those people can be using you and you're trying to please them when you should be trying to take care of yourself and make sure you are happy with what you're doing. I'm definitely not a people pleaser type of person. I am more of a lone wolf that does for myself. And if I ever ask someone for advice, best believe I am in a situation that I really need that advice or that help. You know, I try to learn things on my own. I try to be very self-sufficient. And what happens is when you become self-sufficient, whether it be you know how to hook up a light bulb, you know how to change. Like the other day, I changed a faucet sink simply by researching and looking how to do it on YouTube. So now, if somebody around me need to get that changed, I'm able to help and assist others. But I'm not the type of person that is going to try to please everybody. I rather be able to know that I can do for myself first. I'm happy with how I do things for me, and then whether or not they like it, how I live my life or how I make my music, that is up to them. But their opinions would not be affecting my decision making because I'm very self-sufficient. Now, I hope you guys can get something out of that. Let's get into the comments and see what people are saying. Someone says, find your audience, give them what they want. Most definitely. When I used to do dancehall music full time, right? I don't do it full time. I usually mix it up. I do some dancehall mixed with Afro beats, and then I do hip hop. But when I used to do dancehall music, I had to recognize that a certain crowd, the ghetto crowd, I don't mean ghetto in like a bad way, but the more hood crowd is not my crowd. I don't got tattoos on my face. I don't got tattoos on my arm. That's not my audience. And I had to recognize that maybe the audience that's for, you know, a Vybz Kartel or somebody else like that is not my audience. You know what I'm saying? My audience would probably be people that listen to Drake or Burna Boy, those kinds of people, but not the people that's going to be, you know, be excited about busting guns and doing all kinds of crime. That's not my audience. I don't sing like that. So let's keep it going. Pleasing others is a slippery slope to a lifetime of seeking validation in the wrong places. Wow. Well said. Pleasing others is a slippery slope to a lifetime of seeking validation in the wrong places. Once you never have to chase people down for validation because of your own self-confidence, because of what you have done and you're fulfilled within yourself, you have powers beyond this world. You have powers beyond this world. No one can ever make you feel bad about yourself once you have reached that level where what you do is fulfilling within yourself. No one can ever affect you. It's kind of like the other day, I'm commenting on something and, you know, this girl never agreed with what I was saying. And her first thing is like, oh, you're broke and this and that. And I had to laugh. I had to laugh because imagine we're giving our opinions on stuff. Somebody didn't like what I said. The first thing they said is, "Oh, you're broke," right? I think it was talking about taking a girl to Applebee's or whatever, and I was telling them, I've taken my wife to Applebee's on our first date, and we're 15 years in, but her first thing was like, "You're broke." I had to laugh, because had I been seeking validation from people or trying to please people, I would have felt some type of way, like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe." But I had to laugh, because guess what? When you are fulfilled within yourself, you're not seeking anything from anyone. If you know within yourself, when you look in the mirror, you are happy with what you're looking at, who is anyone to tell you that you don't look good? That's all I'm saying. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you try to please people every day? Until next time, Scope TV, I'm out.